Alright, let's get into it. I just filmed the latest quick fix video. This one's going to be a 15-minute quick fix. But I need some more training, so I'm going to start hitting this back. I need to adjust where this camera's at. Can't really see what I'm doing as good as it should from there, unless I put it on a stand, which I very well could do. I may do that. I may stand it, put it on the stand today. From here, you can see pretty much everything. For the most part, the vast majority. I'll angle maybe that way. Okay. Should be good. See what I'm doing now. All right. Whew. One thing I want to practice. I want to get better at my head movement. I saw a video today. It was saying the way for beginners to practice head movement is to duck down, touch the knee from each side. And when you get used to that, take away the knee touches. Just keep doing the motion. And so I want to try just a little bit of that here in the beginning with this live stream. I want to get to where my head movement's improving. That's what I want. So I guess with the slip, it's not supposed to be just moving your head out of the way, even though I guess that's enough, but it's supposed to be actually a slight, you bend your knee, turn your body, bend your knee, turn your body the other way. It seems like that's the correct way. That's why on this boxing channel I was watching, they said for beginners, reach down, touch their knee, until you get that motion down, and then you can stop reaching down for your knee and just do the motion. Because you see, I'm not a boxer, I was a taekwondo guy. So they didn't teach us head movement. But in head movement, I feel like it's one of the biggest things taekwondo and karate people lack. Of course, we did have some people in there that had the head movement, but I'm suspicious maybe they trained in other things. Because you're talking about people like the owner of the school and stuff, people who, it's their job to train and teach. Those guys had the head movement. I don't know why they didn't teach it to us. I guess because it's not part of the taekwondo curriculum, I suppose. But head movement is not to be underrated. I tell you what, you watch those videos, the boxers saying, I'll give you $100 if you can punch me. And they go out there and they just move their head around and don't get hit. Now for the roll, you duck and make a U and come up. So, slip, 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 roll. Slip, 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 roll. All right, I'm going to start hitting the bag now. That's what I'm really wanting to do. Anybody joined us yet? How's it going, everybody? All right, I want to start hitting this thing. You gotta keep breathing when you're hitting the bag too. Here you get out of breath a lot. You gotta remember, breathe out. Working on my head movement right now. Trying to get better at it. Like I said, anybody that was here a minute ago, I didn't train boxing. I trained taekwondo. So the head movement's going to take a little bit of work. I see some comments there. How y'all doing? Yep, it's pretty much. jab cross, liver hooks, slip uppercut. Let's see. Around the right place, ain't it? What'd you say? Slip, uppercut. Of course, to do a real uppercut, you gotta miss the bag because, you know, it's that way. Yeah. But yeah, I do live streams, training martial arts, hitting the bag, talking about techniques and stuff. But also on my channel, there's a whole bunch of fitness kickboxing workouts, like follow along exercise videos. So that's the majority of my content, that and all the shorts that I clip from the training and the workout videos. The other thing I've been trying to improve is making sure that when I throw my punches, my hands, boom, come right back here every time. My issue too is when I'm throwing my hooks don't always come right back how it should. And I'm going like this instead of like this. You know, but something very interesting though, when you watch any professional fighter, especially when you watch the clips when they're throwing a real power shot, almost all of them end up doing like this for some reason with their hand down. I think it's a natural thing that you have to fight to get your hand back up because your body just naturally wants to go, but you want your hand up to protect your head. But clearly it's a struggle because even it seems like every pro does it. You go watch the highlights, you'll see what I mean. This oblique kick, I'm not want to get to one of those. Look, a lot of you might not know what an oblique kick is because it's not one you really ever see in MMA, even though it's legal. You pick up, you stomp downwards towards the inside of their knee. It's absolutely brutal. Hit them with your heel towards the inside of the knee. I started doing that a lot in my videos. I started adding on the oblique kick. I feel like that one is a really good self-defense kick, the oblique kick, because you're going to jack up somebody's knee. You see that? There's a fake there, right? You kick them first for real. You get them worried about that at some point. So they're actually expecting you to throw that push kick or front kick, and then throw the other kick to the head. And then you'll be surprised if you land in the right place. It doesn't have to be full power, and you can put them lights out if you just landed in just the right spot. Missed with one of those elbows. Somebody trying to call me. Well, they'll have to call back. How you guys doing? You know, I like that you mentioned sweeps. Sweeps are awesome when you're in a position where you can get them. Like, if his foot's close enough to you or something, you can just kind of grab it with your foot in front. But, or you can, when you're stepping in, instead of going for a kick, sometimes you can go in and swoop the foot. Or if, like, if they're really close to you, sometimes you can just kind of step behind their foot. And it's not really sweet, but it locks them up, trips them up. You can kind of step behind their foot and start throwing your strikes. Of course, to me, the easiest sweep, if you can get that position, probably works best when they're up in your face trying to do something, because you just step through and kick their foot out from under them from behind. It's kind of hard to demonstrate it on a bag. I'm going to sweep you, Wave Master. I'm going to sweep the Wave Master and trip it and knock it over, guys. Ah. Yeah, okay, that's dumb, right? It's funny, though. It's funny to me. You know, the yelling when you strike actually helps you to breathe correctly. It helps you put a little extra oomph on it. Believe it or not, yelling isn't for no reason. Get your diaphragm working properly. Tornado kick. You know, I used to say that those would never work. But then I saw, I think, 2 different clips with somebody in MMA knocking somebody out with this. And I go, well, I guess anything will work in the right situation. It's kind of hard to do in the bag, but I like the, when you jump up and knee and elbow at the same time. Like that. It's not the easiest thing to practice in this bag. I'll tell you something, if you guys do martial arts, you should start recording yourself unless you are doing it in front of a mirror, because I managed to improve quite a bit when I started filming myself and going back and looking at my mistakes. I'm a little out of breath. It's hard to keep your breath going when you're talking while you're training. Well, if anybody here is new, make sure you hit subscribe so you can keep up with all my stuff. You know what I want to do? I want to bump this up a notch. I got some resistance bands that are made specifically for this kind of stuff. And, you know, sometimes with this one I'll do it foot to foot because there's more resistance on the feet, but I'm going to do it foot to the belt this time because you can move around better without worrying about stepping on it. You know what I'm saying? So I need to readjust this here. Yeah, adding resistance to your strikes. That's going to add a huge calorie burn. Not to mention, really help increase your speed and power in your strikes and in your kicks. I want faster kicks. Don't you want faster kicks? If you do martial arts out there, I think everybody wants faster kicks, even if their kicks are lightning fast. And I knew some guys had some super fast kicks too. I'll tell you what. Most of those guys I haven't seen in quite some time now. Let's see here. Don't want to hook that. Right, there we go. Hold this sucker. Now this thing here, if y'all are wanting a resistance band like this to add resistance on to your striking, I found this one on Amazon a long time ago. And there's a bunch of different brands. This one I think was called, this one was Power Punch Pro. Okay. Let me get my foot straps on first. There's supposed to be an extra little hook that goes around the bottom of the foot, but mine broke off, so just the ankle. This one has a little hook on the bottom, but I mean, what's the point? The other one's broken off. Okay. Where's my other? See one hand. Oh, there we go. I don't like the way this pulls on you when you wear it this way, but it's going to really add a lot of intensity. You guys still with me? Getting bored of you strapping up, yeah. All right. So this makes it quite a bit different. Makes you feel real slower too. But once you train in this for a while, so you train in this about 20, 30 minutes and then take it off and start hitting the bag, you're going to feel light and fast. Bag. Right where we need it, huh? Yeah, like I was telling y'all, sometimes instead of having these leg bands come to the belt, I'll go from ankle to ankle. Put some more resistance on my kicks, but you can't move around as good because you might step on the band. So, on now, try to practice a little bit of slipping. All right, slip, 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 slip. I think it's worth doing. Using these bands. Make you stronger, faster, burn more calories. What's your purpose of training? Want to get better at martial arts? You want to burn calories? This does both. Tell you what, it's hard to hold these handles with these gloves on. I'll take the gloves off. Just hold it with my hands. Punch this way. Yeah. All right. Now, with my gloves on, with my gloves off, I'm not going to throw as many hook punches, because sometimes I scratch my fingers a little bit when I do those. I don't do that so much when I do straight punches. For sure that means I'm probably just landing incorrectly with my hook when I scratch myself. So, not really thinking about it a whole lot when I throw the hooks out, I just throw. Now I know which knuckles I'm aiming for, but I think sometimes I scrape a little bit on the front side. Oh, my roommate's got a bonfire going. See that in the window. It's a good time. Been doing upgrades to our fire pit area. That's right, this dojo is in my house. Workout room. I'm sweating now. I made a short workout video right before going live. Just a short one. I have these videos called Quick Fix, and I made one of those right before. They're my super short ones for my folks that don't have much time. I did a 15-minute one this time. I usually do 10-minute one. Yeah, that's short. That means you gotta go as fast paced as you possibly can in that time period. So just kind of non-stop on the bag doing stuff, you know. Put some burpees and jump squats in there. Because if you're doing something short, you gotta do a lot. Even though I do. I was gonna start live afterwards. I had to make the video good. Everybody's gonna do it. There you go. You want to kick through the back. I don't want to bang on the wall though. I'm not front kick or my window, so I'm not gonna. It's easy to knock them over with push kicks as you're pushing. I'm going to swap the bands and show you what I mean about how when I do the feet the other way, detach it from the belt. Hold on. I'll undo the belt first. Throw on me. But yeah, there's another way here that gives way more resistance on the kicks. It's just that it's not as easy to move around because you might step on the bands. But way more resistance on the kicks. I want to do that. And I'll put the belt back on for my hand techniques. So I'll still have resistance there. All right. I think I'm good to go. It feels more comfortable this way too because I don't have the leg straps pulling down on the belt, so it feels way more comfortable. Oh man, this is a resistance band. The one that I bought was called Power Punch Pro. I bought it off of Amazon a long time ago. There are many different brands just like it. And it's great. It's resistance bands designed for combat sports training, for boxing, kickboxing, martial arts. So, and now normally, I think most of you are just here saw these bands attached to the belt. You can walk around easier that way, but I wanted it foot to foot because it brings more resistance when I pick up my foot and kick. Okay, so that's why I'm doing it this way now. Because I want to make my kicks faster and stronger, and this is going to help me do that. I'll tell you what, I wish I was sponsored by one of these products. Either the bands or the bag, that would be great, right? Now, if you're doing it like I am now, where it's foot to foot, when you move around, just be conscious where the band is, because you can easily step on it. You try to do a slide up kick, you might step on the band. So you have to adjust for that. And maybe, if you're trying to do moving around, you got to step kind of over and out. So make sure you don't step on the band, and then you can still move around. You just have to adjust how you're doing it. You got to take wider, more exaggerated steps. Or else you'll step on the band and trip yourself up. When you front that. And you can kind of slide your feet to try to keep from stepping on it. Kick the other leg. Whoop, see that? That's what I was talking about. Stepped on it. Alright. It's actually the first time I slipped on it. To be honest with you, I'm normally more careful with it. I want to take a wider approach. It's also why I think it's usually better if you have foot to foot, just to stand still and pick up the kick. Because that way there's no risk of tripping over it. Right? So, but yeah, like I said, exaggerated wide foot. Maybe you just keep your feet far apart from each other. Or you can do it the way it was meant to be, where they're attached to the belt, so you can walk around just fine. But I want the extra resistance, so that's why I put them foot to foot. I'm here warning everybody not to step on it and trip over it, and then what I do? Stepped on it and tripped over it. A little less talking, a little more kicking. Slap my ankle a little bit. The metal part, I just gotta adjust it sometimes. I'll show you a good exercise to help strengthen the muscles that lift your kick. I did a video on this earlier today, so you can check it out. Wearing these bands, side leg raises, hang on to something, right? Because it's not a balanced exercise. Do a side leg raise with this band on and work out those muscles that lift your kick, make them stronger, so it's easier to pick up and throw your kick. It'll help you make your kicks faster and stronger if you do that. So I'm probably going to start doing that a lot in some of my more recent future videos. Maybe some of the lives. The lives I kind of like because I don't have to think about too much what I'm going to do. I just turn it on and start training. The video's got to have at least a little bit of thought, but I can wing it a lot of times. But I usually have at least a few ideas. And sometimes I'll write my stuff down on my dry erase board over there. At least a few combos. So if I ever get at a spot where I'm not sure what to think up, when I'm filming the video, I can just look over and grab one. I've got a few where I've planned out every single move. The circuit training videos like that. That was actually really hard. You know, you can take some of my stuff that's not even circuit training and turn it into circuit training. You can take my 10-minute quick fix videos and repeat them as many times as you want, and you just turn that into circuit training. So. That would actually probably be a really good workout because those 10-minute ones, I'm going as fast paced as I can because I know it's only 10 minutes. If you did that over and over again, that'd probably be one heck of a cardio workout. Let me come over, check on the chat, and don't step on the bands, right? Oh yeah, it comes with the belt. And like I said, there's a bunch of different brands of these. I don't even know if this exact one still exists, but there's a bunch of them just like it. Matter of fact, I was looking at Gabriel Vargas' YouTube page, kickboxing champion, and he was using one in training too. So I guess they're more common than you realize if you look at the high-level athletes. But most of us have never heard of these things. I saw it one day and said I have to have one. But actually, you know, because I've been doing martial arts since I was 11, so I've always liked having resistance bands for martial arts. My first one came, believe it or not, from a Billy Blank's workout. The Billy Blank's Ultimate Boot Camp DVD, it came with resistance bands. He had these flutes around your feet and your hands. So, and ever since then, I was like, I want resistance bands. When I'm doing martial arts. And also, you know, watching stuff like Dragon Ball Z inspires you. So you go in that room with gravity and heavier. I'm like, I think it'd be cool if I could find clothing that gave me resistance in all my movements But to my knowledge, that doesn't exist other than weighted clothing, and weighted clothing is expensive. But I do want to get some weighted clothing at some point. Yeah, this one keeps flopping around. Getting my ankle. I think it's not tight enough. The metal part keeps coming around. Oh yeah, that's also the side of the loop that goes on the bottom. My foot broke off. How many of you guys are still with me? Howdy, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, right? Go ahead and subscribe to that channel. I'm almost at 500. I need to get 500, 3,000 watch hours to turn on memberships, super chats, and stickers. So, so maybe I can find a way to actually make a little bit of side money out of this YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. I'm getting better at making my workout videos too. I've gotten working out and adding music to it. I downloaded a YouTube creator app. I'm like, oh, it has it right there. Royalty-free music to add to your workout videos. So I've gotten a little bit better because of that. Getting slightly better at the editing. The very first one still is just record, upload. If you go back to the beginning, you can see that. Of course, in the very beginning of my channel, before it was a martial arts channel, just random stuff. So, alright, I'm going to take these bands off. I think I've had enough of them. Especially these around my feet. Take them off and see what it feels like once I've removed them. I've been training with it on long enough to notice anything. Because I tell you what, if you do a workout with those on, and then towards the end of the workout you take them off, you're going to feel really fast. Because it does slow you down, of course. Using resistance, and you're trying to use your force to get your speed back up while you got the resistance. So when you take them off, you usually feel a lot faster. That any faster? I don't know. On your switch kick, when you switch your feet, it's kind of a big telegraph. You know what's coming. There's something I started doing recently. Is when I switch, I throw the jab out at the same time. Even if it's going to miss them, I'll throw it out there. Because it makes it where it's less of a telegraph for your switch. Also, if you're hopping around anyway, it's harder to see the switch. But even still, throw the hand in their face. Try to blind them. You can even hold it there. Throw the hand and leave it. And try to block their face, especially if you're wearing boxing gloves or something. You don't know what it means. You guys might train in. You're right, buddy. You gotta keep your hands up. I was talking about that earlier, about how hard it is to force yourself to bring your hands up. because it seems like it's almost natural. Your human body, especially if you're doing a power shot, like your body wants to go like this. You got to force yourself to keep it up. Even the pros do it. You watch any pro, watch the highlights, I guarantee you, that's what you're going to see. I was kind of surprised when I finally realized it. Even all the pros, you look at most of their still shots, their highlights, they're all like this. You know, they're swinging with their hand way down here. You know, a lot of times that's when they knock somebody out. But I think it just goes to show that you have to force yourself to keep that hand up. It's a real struggle, even for the pros. So, now I doubt you'll see them drop their hands in training, at least not very often. But when they're in the heat of the fight, it seems like they very often drop their hand. And sometimes they pay for it. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do that and they just knock the guy out. But yeah, you want to keep the hand up as much as you can. Another thing that I have to get myself to work on too, when I'm throwing my punches, I notice a lot of times I'm throwing straight out, which is even my shoulder. Oh, I need to be up here, even with my face. I think it'd be fun if I got one of those bobs. Y'all know the bob bags? Y'all know bob? Where it's a punching bag that's shaped like a person, right? So you get punch targets. I want to get one of those. That I think would be really good for technique-specific training. Another thing some people don't realize, when you're throwing your kicks, some people say, well, you throw the kick, keep your hand up. And then, but actually the correct way, when you throw the kick, the hand comes down and you right back up. It helps you leverage and get torque. It's supposed to come right back up. Now, nothing wrong, keep your hand up, keep yourself defended. That's always smart. But chances are, when you're throwing that kick, he's at kicking range. You know what I mean? He's hopefully at the end of your kick. As long as your hand goes right back up, you ought to be all right. But you still can go like that. But keep this in mind too. If your hands are up, if your hand, the kicking side leg, the kicking side hand, that one comes down and back up. But keep in mind though, if you decide just to keep it up the whole time, when you throw that kick, because your body's turned, you're open, your head's open anyway, unless you're doing this. But then your body's open, you know? So I think it's probably on the ground kick, it probably is better to do your hand down anyway, just because then if they go to do something, your hand is where it can come up and try to block, as opposed to being over here out of the way and you guys try to come back this way. I don't know. Either way is probably okay. But the correct way to kick is to pull the hand down and right back up. With your punches, always leave your hands up. Or you're probably going to get rocked. But like I was saying, not necessarily. The pros do it. The pros go, boom! They do it all the time. They shouldn't, but it happens. I got so used to wearing my gloves when I hit this bag. Feels a little weird not wearing my gloves, I think, because when I'm realizing, because I've been here working out and sweating, my hands are a little slippery. So I hit the bag and I feel like I'm sliding off. I think maybe cool down time for me, guys. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat here. Oh yeah, I was just explaining about the kick. Yeah, when you throw a kick, the leg that's kicking, that hand's supposed to come down, but yeah, the other hand's supposed to stay up. But the hand on the kicking side, I do this way. So the hand on the kicking side, that one, is supposed to come down and back up. That's the correct form for a kick. But the other one's supposed to stay up. So, like this. That's the correct form. So, yeah, it really is. You're actually not as stable. Not quite enough. I can do it just fine. You're not as stable if you do it like that, and you can't get as much torque in it. It's supposed to. So, you can really twist your hip over and torque into it. So, well, alright, guys. If you haven't already, hit subscribe on the channel. Check out some of the workouts. There's great stuff on there and get you in shape and follow along. So that's the timer I set earlier. When I started earlier, I said I was going to work out for about an hour. I think I started that when I was filming my short video right before I went live. So yeah, guys, hit subscribe. Come back, check out all the other all the other content. I'll probably do a live reaction to the John Jones fights coming up in November here soon. Me and my friend Hank Russell from the Hank Russell Invitation. He's got a channel where he does podcasts. The two of us will probably do a live reaction to the John Jones fights on my live stream. So look out for that. I think that's like November, early November, either right before or right after that election. It's right around there. So keep tuned. Check out my video shorts, workouts. Keep training on the bag. Click that subscribe button, guys. Y'all have a good one, okay? Oh, Taekwondo, buddy. Taekwondo. Of course, I modified a little bit, so now it's more me-do, you know? So it's kind of adjusted it more to the way I like to do it. Taekwondo is what I was trained in. And I have a fitness kickboxing gym I go to, taught by Muay Thai guys. So I kind of changed up my Taekwondo a little bit when I started exercising with those guys. I've adjusted some stuff to make it better. I still started throwing switch kicks. I didn't throw switch kicks in Taekwondo. We were always just lead leg, pick up and go. So, but I like the switch kick. You can add extra power to that lead leg. So, thank you very much. Hey, hit the subscribe button, okay? Because I'm about to finish my workout today. I just need to stretch. You know, I can leave the live on while I stretch, I guess. But just stretch it out. Maybe I'll even where is it? Maybe I'll even bust out my old Isomax. This thing, the Isomax, invented by Taekwondo Grandmaster Brad Whitlow. It's just a tool to help you stretch. So, yeah, it's pretty weird looking, but it does help with some stuff. It just depends on what you're doing, what kind of stretch you're trying to get done. So, I may bust that out, but right now I'm just going to do a quick little stretch. Got to get your hamstring stretched out real good after doing this kind of stuff. Your hamstrings, your quadriceps, all those muscles you want to stretch loose. Let's go to the other side. I have a workout video as well where all it is a stretching routine. It's also the only one where I let AI generate my thumbnail for me, and I just gave that a shot. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Most of them are a picture of me with some words in the front of my thumbnails. So, but yeah, I need to start doing my stretches a little bit more because I would like to get deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, there was a time when I would do this stretch and I was down here. You know, that was a long time ago. But I'd love to get back to that. All right, I go this way. Get everything stretched out nice and good. And go to the other side. And down the middle. I like to walk myself out by wiggling my heel. All right, and one of my favorites, because it feels so good on your back, is the child's pose. And I always like to accompany the child's pose with the cobra, because I send my back going in both directions. So I like to do the cobra right afterwards. To me, it just feels good on the back to go to both extremes. The child's pose, the cobra, this feels really good to me. You gotta always take care of your back. Well, here's a fun one. Just twist it on there. Everybody knows this one, right? You twist, and if you're lucky, maybe you'll get a back pop. Oh, I got a little pop. I'm gonna go the other way. All right. Well, guys, I think that's it for my workout today. So I had some good exercise. I hope all you new people hit subscribe, because otherwise, how are you going to see my stuff, right? Hit that subscribe button. See you guys later. Oh, let me see what he's saying here. Yeah. Oh, hey, buddy. I figured by the way you look. Yeah. Oh man, I miss sparring. I had a lot of fun sparring. I always like to go to the best guys in the class. That's who I wanted to spar, because I felt like the better the other person was, the better it would make me. So I tried to go spar whoever could beat the snot out of me. That's what I like to do, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah. Anyway, guys, subscribe. Check out the workout videos. Do a workout with me. It was good to see you. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Right now, I'm trying to get to 500. I'm almost there. So I just got to increase my watch hours. All right, I'll see y'all around soon. I'll probably do another live workout later this week, and maybe even another pre-recorded video. We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks. See you around.